My fellow Americans, we gather today to call out and cancel in solemn recognition of a threat so insidious, so feathered, so honkingly aggressive that it has flown under our radar for decades. Yes, we've all heard of the deadliest animals on Earth, mosquitoes, tiny vampires with a thirst for global domination, snakes, nature's danger noodles of neurotoxicity, lions, tigers, bears, oh my, indeed, and humans because, let's be honest, we're assholes. But I come to you today with a warning about a creature more dangerous than all of these combined. A beast, cloaked in down, armed with rage, and fueled by what I'm sure is pure uncut maple syrup. I speak, of course, of the Canadian goose. Now, Canadian propaganda would have you believe these birds are gentle, that they mate for life, that they remember kind faces and return love with loyalty. To that I say, a bullshit. These birds are not lovers. They are sky-bound assassins. They do not mate, they strategize. They do not migrate, they invade. And while we argue about borders on land, I ask, who has been watching the skies? While we build walls, they build nests. While we debate freedom of speech, they scream in honks of tyranny and code, sending messages back to other geese who then feed it to the friends of the North. They say Putin is a real threat. I say it's the poutine pushers from the North. Canada has been birding for us for decades. You think the CSIS, the Canadian Security Intelligence Service, is just a polite version of the CIA? Think again. They've been fattening us up with extra sugary syrup. They've been sending light-skinned rappers to lull us into complacency. Which is also named after a waterfowl. They gave us Bryan Adams and we said thank you. That was our first mistake. But their most sinister weapon, the goose. Before drones, there were these geese. Before surveillance balloons, there were flocks. And before Captain Sully Sullenberger became an American hero of the Hudson, he was the target of a goose-led assassination attempt. The FAA called it a bird strike, but I call it terrorism with feathers. I say it again. Who was watching the skies? It was another kind of Northern aggression. And while we were distracted by the majestic horses of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, they were flying in their winged death squads, trained in psychological warfare and sidewalk domination. Again, who was watching the skies? These birds just don't fly, they occupy. They bite toddlers. They chase joggers. They hiss like Satan's kettle. Every American has at some point been a victim of Canadian goose attack. A honk in the parking lot, a flapping ambush at the lake, a stare down that made you question your own existence. So today, Canada, we demand compensation. No, not your colorful, cartoonish currency, not your polite apologies. We want your free fucking health care, and we want your all dressed up chips and that weird milk in a bag. And until these demands are met, we will unleash the full might of the United States military. Okay, I know we don't need all of that. All it takes is a gentle shoeing, but hell, we're America. When do we ever do anything gentle? We will honk louder, we will flap louder, we will reclaim our parks, our ponds, and our patriotic peace. God bless America, God bless the turkey, God bless the bald eagle, and crows and ravens because blackbirds matter. And may God have mercy on these geese. And yes, Hardy, we have our eyes on the Chinese too.